Actually, I'm here now as a case study. This paper was written with Dalton, and I'm only an object of this study. Dalton, for adding the question that the guy did it before and Fabiana answered, he is from the science information, and he was the person responsible to create the Tainacan, which is the digital repository where the file archive is in it. And he is being together with us in this group of Connecting Archive, helping us to find a way of make this happen. So he's was not able to be here, so he recorded a video, and we are going to listen to his conception.
To the ISEA Archive 2023 event. I'll just share my screen and to present. Okay, here we go. So, okay, I will present right now the abstract that we send to the event called Publication, Dissemination, and Network Collaboration in Digital Collections, Archive of Memory Institutions, Interoperability among the Information Networks, Wikidata, Wikimedia Commons, and Wikipedia, and Tainacan free software. So my name is Dalton Martins. I'm talking here from Brazil. I'm a professor at the University of Brasilia in the Faculty of Information Science. Here you can see our beautiful campus in the city of Brasilia, the capital of Brazil. So I will present the concepts that we are doing in our research to create some technical solutions to interoperability of digital archives and digital collections. And this is one of the main concept, the most important concept of our research, which is called the round tripping. So I will present what we are doing, and at the end of this presentation, I will show you the conceptual model that we developed, and we are implementing this model in a free software solution that could interconnect WordPress, mainly based on our plugin, which is Tainacan plugin, to interconnect our digital repository solution to the Wikidata and mainly Wikimedia Commons. So I will just present these concepts and what we are doing to solve the technical, the software engineering problem in our research. So here we can see a general vision of what we can call by round-trip concepts. In one side, we have a digital repository solution, mainly in our research based on Tainacan plugin, which is a plugin for WordPress to transform WordPress in a digital repository solution. And from this plugin, from WordPress, you can publish media files on Wikimedia Commons, and you can receive revisions, comments, and introductions, and file usage statistics from Wikimedia Commons. And you can publish directly from Tainacan digital repository, publish metadata on Wikidata, and you can receive, by the way, some revisions, new statements, introductions. So the concept of round tripping is based on the idea that you can send information through one information system to another and receive some information from this information system to another. And of course, it's very, very important to say Most of the time you have your media files on Wikimedia Commons or your metadata on Wikidata. You can reuse this information on Wikipedia, you can reuse the files, you can reuse the metadata, and you can collect the reuse statistics and even improve the information that you have to follow your digital objects on the internet. So this is the main idea of round-tripping solutions. And the references on our research are based. We can talk about this very, very important report from the Sweden people, the Wikimedia Foundation Association on Sweden. They created 3 very important reports on the concepts. They create a very important research. They create a very important project trying to find some solutions to create a Wikimedia Commons data round tripping. So at the first moment of our research, we found these reports, we studied these reports and tried to understand what they did and what they learned, and we used some ideas of these reports in our solution. We have this another important article published on the event Museum and the Web in 2019. This article was written by Elena Villas-Paeza and Truls Navarrete. They developed the concept of the round tripping. So here we can see the museum database. And here you can see the idea to send metadata to Wikidata, to send media to Wikimedia Commons, and all the solutions and the possibility to reuse the objects on Wikipedia. And by the other side of the solution, to collect information, to collect references, and improve the information on the digital repositories based on the traductions, on the translations, on the exploration tools used on Wikidata and Wikimedia Commons to improve the information based on their digital database. So another very important reference is this blog post created by Sandra Falconier, in which she developed the idea of data round tripping. She calls this a new frontier for GLAN-WE collaborations. And we have this beautiful image here translating the very abstract idea of round tripping in a more objective idea, showing to us that we have in one side the institutions send their new collection items, their additional metadata and corrections to the institutions, by the institutions to Wikidata and Wikimedia, and receiving, by the way, from these information systems, translations, additional metadata and corrections by Wikimedias. So we have a very complex and a very powerful workflow of information from one system from one side and the Wikimedia network systems from the other side, and all the systems could be interconnected and could be interoperable in a very powerful and a very interesting way. So we have in our research, we found 4 big problems, 4 steps, as we can say, to solve this, to understand how we can do some research, how we can develop some technical improvements to create the solutions of this. So I will name these 4 big problems here. The first one is the reconciliation of metadata values, how we can understand that the values of this metadata, they are already cataloged on Wikidata, for example, and how we can connect the values of our metadata in our digital repositories to a cataloged item, a catalog key ID on metadata. The second problem is the data publishing workflow, how we can creation the items, the media files on Wikimedia Commons, the metadata on Wikidata, how we can interconnect the both systems to the same workflow. The third problem is how we can monitor the workflow of additions and corroborations, how we can see and how we can follow the tasks, the edits that some users create on an item, how we can send the notifications to someone on the digital repository that this digital object was translated to another language, for example. And the fourth problem is monitoring reuse data, how we can monitor when someone, for example, collected an image from Wikimedia Commons and used this image to illustrate an entry on Wikipedia, and we can follow the indicators of visualizations and even use different uses of this media. So in our research, we developed this conceptual framework, our technical solutions. We have on one side Tainacan, and we discovered this possibility that to connect directly Tainacan to Wikimedia Commons, and you can send your medias directly to Wikimedia Commons. And as Wikimedia Commons have this very important project, structured data on Commons, people from Wikimedia Foundation create this Wiki-based media info plugin. So you can collect information from Wikidata to Wikimedia Commons, and you can send information from Wikimedia Commons to Wikidata. So we are mainly based our solution to send digital media to Wikimedia Commons and to send metadata to Wikimedia Commons. And by using this interconnection with Wikimedia Commons to Wikidata, we can send metadata and we can collect and create a reconciliation workflow from this metadata. So we are working very hardly in the last months on the development of these solutions, and we have all these steps implemented in a very simple, in a very easy software. And we are developing a plugin to interconnect Tainacan to Wikimedia Commons and to interconnect information to Wikidata. So we are almost ready to publish our solution. I think in the next 3 or 4 months, we have the solution available to the public on the WordPress plugin directory to someone try to understand and try to experiment some solutions about that. So this is the way that we are creating the possibilities to create interoperability of different archives and digital collections, publishing their solutions using Tainacan on Wikimedia Commons, and using the same metadata partners from Wikidata. And when we have the digital collections and the digital repositories publishing this way, we have already, if they use the same patterns, if they use the same metadata fields, we have already a very semantic web in a very interoperable solution created, and we can collect and we can reuse this information, considering that it's an open source in an open data solutions. So thank you very much by your attention, and I can leave you my mail if you have any doubts. It would be a pleasure to discuss and even to create some solutions with you. Thank you so much. A good evening to everybody. See you later.